Hello, this is Shane Ashman, and this was the last assignment I had to make in my first year at college. I had to make a microgame that lasted around 20 seconds or less for a company that was going to put all our microgames together into a collection. You need to make at least one of high quality and had to be simple and to the point. And this is the game I made, The Last Defender, which is a 2D side-scroller space shooter. It's simple, it's fun, and it actually does offer replay value. Although a micro game doesn't last very long, I made mine the way that you can loop and play again, but basically have some differences in gameplay. Slight differences, but still enough to keep you entertained. Also, the fact that I put this screen here so that that way you know the rules straight away and just play the game. It's simple. Although most micro games actually have the walls as soon as at the same time as the screen, I did it this way so that way people could just relax and play straight away. So it's a best of both worlds. But let's play the game, shall we? And I'll see what you mean. But yeah, it's just basically as simple. You use both the arrow keys to move the player left and right, and spacebar to shoot. I also added an escape key just in case, because if someone is, I designed the game to be in full screen because most space shooters are vertical, and the full screen got the best effect. But it's pretty hard to pretty much exit it, and I didn't want some kind of small X in the middle of it or something or whatever, or button. So just adding an escape key makes more sense. But let's play it, shall we? As you can tell, I use the scrolling screen, and then the game is to shoot as much as possible before they hit you. Oh, we're gonna make it. There we go. Pretty sweet. But where does the replay value come in? Simple. If you notice carefully that at the clock there, it's not going to be the same this time. It's going to be different. So if I click retry, I have 12 seconds this time. Before I had a lot more time. That's the replay value. I've set the clock between 10 and 19 seconds. So that way, when you play, it won't always be exactly the same. Also, you notice that every time you shoot a ship, they come down faster and faster. That is where the challenge comes in. Otherwise it'd be super boring. But in my initial testing, I did come across a pretty frustrating thing. Basically, people who tested it actually just kept dodging all of my ships and basically didn't destroy any of them. I wanted to play to feel that you cannot get past this unless you shoot at least some of those ships to survive. Otherwise you will get a game over. Let me show you what I mean. See? Absolutely no escape right there. But if by some miracle, somehow you manage to just about dodge or somehow figure out those tiny keyframes, you still can't win. I've decided in the way where you have to shoot the ships. So I've directed the player to feel that you have to shoot these ships to survive. And you have about between 10 and 20 seconds to do it. It's simple, small, and to the point. But yes, that's basically my micro game. And I feel like this is my best work I've done so far. Even though it's the smallest project I've done, it's very concise, it's to the point, it's very clean, and it plays pretty smoothly. In fact, I only had really one small problem with it, and that was some graphical jitter with my space player sprite, which I fixed. So, yeah, that was literally only the real problem I had, which I managed to get down. But that's basically my micro game. But yes, although it doesn't feel like there's much design in the micro game, there is a lot more than you think. You need to find a way of making something fun, but that has to last for 20 seconds or less, depending on the micro game. And I feel like I did that again really well. If you enjoy this, then please look at my YouTube channel when I go into more details basically about the games I do. In this case, I talk more about how I made it, specifically some of the assets like this, like my title screen, the font, this pixelated cool background, and even talk about some of the code for someone curious. Like for instance, the ships randomly popping is not new, but how to get the ships to move in a way so that the player has to shoot them all the time. Yeah, pretty interesting, right? Check out my channel and you just might find out. But again, this is Shane Ashman, and I hope you look at the rest of my portfolio.